Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to build the sled trail in my YouTube short that I made a while back. At this current moment, it is, well, I'll show you here. You gotta give me some patience. At this current moment, it is 1 degrees. So, not too terribly cold. Yesterday was negative 17. I think the lowest was, but what you're gonna want to do, it is extremely bright right now. What you're gonna want to do is basically, you're gonna want to fill the sled or bucket with warm water. But this is faucet water, so it's cold. Like extremely cold because it's winter, and it also leaks all the time, like slowly drips. But you're gonna want to get a sled or bucket full of it, and you're gonna take it, and you can pat down your trail. I recommend patting down your trail in like 2 ways that are really good. You can take your sled, like that red sled, and just rip it down the trail a couple 10 times. Or you can take the snowmobile, which is the way I did it. And I just ripped the sled down 3 times so my foot's in the water. See, my foot is gonna be frozen over in like 5 minutes. But I already put a couple buckets on it, like. So at the beginning, I'll show you guys. At the beginning, when you first just got pat down and it's all snow, you're gonna take your bucket. My dog chewed this one up pretty bad. But you're gonna take this bucket, you're just gonna dip it in, or you fill it up. And when it's still snow, like this, you're just gonna wanna take it and just sprinkle it, so it doesn't melt the snow. Since if you take a lot and just dump it out a bunch in one spot, it'll melt the snow like right there. But once you did that a couple 4 times, it takes about, in like 10 degrees, it'll take about 45-ish minutes to fully freeze. But I did that a couple times, and now I basically just take my sled like this. And I'll take it, grab it by the back, and just pour it out. And the water will slow down and flood all the low spots. So when it does that, I do it at the top. Then I take my sled, bring it down about halfway. Since my hill's kind of slanted down. And I'm just gonna take it and dump it out a second time. And now it's gonna fill in all the low spots. Normally if I'm careful with it, I'm much more careful normally, it'll take 1 sled load. But this one takes 2 right here now. Since now, it's like this. And it'll take about 1 degree, it'll take about 30-ish minutes to fully freeze. And you just bring it up. The sled method's much faster, I've come to find. But if you don't got a jet sled, because I think I paid $75 for this, it was overpriced, but it was at my local hardware store, so it was quick and easy to grab. You just take it, line up the faucet, turn your faucet on, and it'll fill it up. And I'll get back to you guys when it finished filling up. Dang it. It's not filling up, but I do want to mention with the snowmobile tactic of patting it down. It's a lot faster, but it does take it much wider, so you're not going to stay on it as much, so you're more likely to spin out. That's why next time I'm going to do this, I'm just going to take my sled whenever it snows and we get like 6 inches more than we have than the 1.5 inch, and whatever it is, January, June. It's the month after Christmas. We've had like no snow, but take that, pat it down to get it so it's over the sides, and sprinkle it, and it's gonna be much faster just going down because it'll be all ice and you'll be in one spot instead of spinning out. But it does go fast enough where I took my snowmobile and down there where the sun's beaming down on, but that's besides the matter. I took my sled and just shot the snow back because we don't have enough snow. And I shot the snow back, so then now we have a runoff. And by runoff, I actually don't know what it's really called, but the runoff is so it can slow down, because if I don't have it there, you'll break through the fence. That's how, break through the fence. That's how, if you look carefully, that's how that hole got there. That's where my foot went, but yeah, that's all the tips. Then I'm gonna, once that fills up, which will be pretty close to enough right now. My hands are freezing. I don't got any of my gloves on. I just put my right glove on. But the way it is right now, it's quite filled up. We'll just cut the water out like that. Grab your sled, and my boot has froze. It's been like 5 minutes, not even. And you just take your sled, and it does spill if you go down the hill too fast. So I do like taking like this and dragging it like this behind it with just the rope, just slowly guiding it, since you'll spill less water. It'll make your yard less slippery, but like this. Then you just quickly drag it down over here. And you take it like that. The rope's gonna freeze, but that's okay. You just take it, you just dump it. And now that's gonna fill in all the low spots. It is gonna flood into a little bit of the yard over there, right there, but I don't really care since I don't have a huge problem with it. But otherwise, this is pretty good since I already got it down pretty fast. But otherwise, this is gonna be the end for today's video. I'm sorry that's a little quick, but I did film a longer video, but that one got warning by YouTube because apparently it was too dangerous. Sometimes sitting in a chair is too dangerous. But I don't want to get started on that since I'm still a little bit angry about it. And we'll take the red sled down real quick. Oofda. Just take it. It is wet. I do not recommend going down while it's still wet since it'll kind of ruin your finish, but it's okay for me to do it because I don't really care how much about it. Push yourself down. Yeah, that's why you should take your sled and make a spot with your normal red sled like I got, so you don't spin out like I did, since I spun out. But that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna head inside because I feel like I'm about to lose all 5 of my fingers on my left hand. So, have a good day.